Hey guys, big good one here. So Captain Marvel interest continues to tank. Rotten Tomato score right now is sitting at 27%. Only 27% want to see it. Uh, and there's been a lot of nonsense articles and people on Twitter talking about, they're review bombing it, which isn't true. It's just people saying, "Hey, I'm not interested in seeing this," because they don't want to support Brie Larson's racist attitude that excludes white men, and speaks of minorities as if they're inferior, as if they need a white savior, a helping hand. She's all about that equity instead of equality, and I don't know what. Well, maybe she went to a college where they have one of those courses that indoctrinate you with social justice, or what this whole this whole thing right here. It's like a cult mentality to me. It's just very strange behavior, and she just seems so weird. She seems like a very egotistical person, but very arrogant in her ways. Zachary Levi, however you pronounce his name, um, he's gone on to release a video talking, saying, "Hey guys, just stop." It pretty much saying stop because this type of attitude doesn't help anyone and all this and that. And he says some things that are strange, like stop lying and stop, like the bad mouthing or whatever. And he says a couple of things about, how Shazam used to be Captain Marvel. And guys, don't, don't pit these movies against each other. Just, you know, if you're interested in one movie, be interested in that movie. If you're interested in both, then be interested in both. It's a very nice guy type thing to do, which he always has come off like a very nice guy to me. I was a big watcher of the show Chuck. Hilarious show. Very comic book like in many ways. Uh, but uh, now I don't. It seems like he's got this all out of context here, though, because he makes it about you know that people are lying and that it's about pitting DC and Marvel against each other. It's not about that. It has nothing to do with that. Like I said, it comes off very out of context. Like he doesn't know the reality of the situation, as if he's just read those articles that are claiming review bombing. So I don't think he actually knows the real reason why people are boycotting the movie or just not having an interest in going to see it. I think he either he's doing this, it's a DC tactic to make them look even better, to drive more interest in his movie, saying, "Oh, this is a real good guy right here," or you know, or it's he wants maybe he wants to get in Brie Larson's pants, but I don't think I think it's just him being a nice guy, and that's really all there is to it. He probably oh shit, he probably feels bad thinking it's somehow his fault because these articles, they point the finger. They say people are review bombing, which is probably where he's getting the line from. Uh, he probably thinks that people are going on this site and trashing the movie as if they've already seen it. He does mention early screenings, but people are going on this site simply just saying they don't want to see it. Celebrities have a bad habit of not actually looking into what they're talking about before they talk about it. Much like the media often doesn't look into what they're talking about, and they're the ones running the stories. Completely ridiculous. No. So, but that's Brie Larson. This whole thing is happening because she wants to exclude white males, her own words, and she says a lot of things too. I mean, it's not just it's all kinds of things about her character, the content of her character. It it's gotten to a point where people can't separate it from the character, or they just don't want to support this behavior. She is very egotistical. There's the thing about, her at the gym, and she says to a guy that actually compliments her, she says, "Oh, you just need something, you need check your gender roles," or some nonsense like that. Some guy complimented her about her ability to lift, like, "Oh, I can't even lift that," and she had some very feminist remark back that was kind of antagonistic when what he gave her was a compliment. There's also that thing about her talking about how women need to be afraid because some dude asked her for a number or something in an airport. And then there's strange things, like her being all pissy about her movie getting a negative review from critics and going on about how she doesn't want to hear about what a white male thinks because this movie wasn't made for them. Uh, no movie's supposed to be made for an exclusive race, so I don't know why. She goes on about the equality thing. She wants more women of color to be reviewers, and then on her press tour, she wants women of color to interview her. She's obviously playing this card where it's like, um, I'm gonna trash, like, she goes in this anti-white to try to appeal to minorities, and then she tries to get minorities exclusively to interview her or review her movies, so so they can give her a good interview and positive movie reviews. You can see all this isn't about. It has nothing to do with equality. First of all, it has to do with equity, and but this all seems like it's just to play directly into her own favor. It's not about anybody else. Just like the whole, you know, thing she goes on about where she's like, fund the Captain Marvel challenge, go see my movie, help support this charity that's geared toward going to see my movie because the money comes back directly to me. See, everything is very egotistical, like, and there's, I don't know why they haven't said anything to her, that she just needs to stop. I mean, she's just gonna ruin everything. I mean, she goes on with comments like, "Oh, Thanos is kind of shrimpy," and Feige goes on about how she's gonna be the flagship character, the most powerful character. So she's probably gonna end up just coming in last minute and being the character that defeats Thanos, despite the fact all that everything was built off all these other characters. I don't really have an interest in seeing the movie. And back to the Zachary Levi Levy thing or whatever. It's not just people that are like hating on her or whatever. It's not some Marvel DC war. Even Tim Pool, who's a center leftist, uh, he's sad. He doesn't want to see it. That it's just gotten cringeworthy. And there's another thing to address too, but I think I'll do that in another video. So subscribe. Uh, I don't know if anybody's going to see this Captain Marvel movie. I mean, some people are obviously going to see it, but a lot of people have lost interest. 27%. Let me refresh it real fast, just to make sure that it hasn't gone down anymore or plummeted anymore. No, it's still at 27%. But it's been dropping, slowly dropping even more and more despite Zachary's video. Uh, uh, so, like, comment, subscribe. Are you going to see this movie? Let me know. Drop it down in the comments if you still have interest in seeing this movie. Frankly, I don't have an interest in seeing this movie really, and it has nothing to do with it being a female superhero, man. It has nothing to do with that because I really liked Ms. Marvel in the 90s. And no, not because of her swimsuit costume. It has nothing to do with sexism or anything like that. It's just Brie Larson is a very strange, egotistical person that lives in this privileged bubble. Her perspective is a very Hollywood perspective. It's not real. It's not realistic. The things she says are just dumb and stupid and very strange. Like the cell phone thing she talks about. We, I, I don't even want to get into it. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment, stay awesome, rock on.